They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. This is the newest member of the Lion backfield, LeGarrette Blount. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Now a play fake, and it's Stafford. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Now a first down throw. Stafford. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. These two teams, Panthers and Lions, met each other Week 5 in Detroit last year. You did that game, didn't you?
I did, and the Panthers were starting to round into form, especially their quarterback Cam Newton, who had missed most of the preseason with a shoulder injury. He had a big game, 335 yards passing and 3 touchdown passes, and they beat Detroit 27-24.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. Tackle made by K'Wan Short.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, here's Stafford. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Now Newton. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line. Brought down there. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play. And it'll be 2nd and about a yard. Here's Newton. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Ray Malaluga in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Throwing on 3rd down. Newton escaping the pressure right. The open man is Smith. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A very solid gain of 27. Now a carry. It's C.J. Anderson. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Christian Jones coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Newton. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Smith. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. They snap it to Newton. Flushed out right. And that's caught by Smith. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Newton on 1st down. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. Throwing again is Newton. This is caught by Robinson. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a 1st down. A first red zone opportunity for the Panthers thus far. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. From the red zone now, Newton. This is caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So 2nd catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game too. They'll run for it with Anderson. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. C.J. Anderson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And his guys are able to strike for 6. Graham Gano on for the extra point. Extra point try good by Gano. And that makes the score 7-0. Gano out to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, second and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
And all the way down to the 26. A big run there by Johnson. 57 yards. Yardage-wise, he's in the top handful of backs in the league so far this season. A great run there.
He's going to love that standing when it comes to contract time. But even more so, his team loves it because he gives them an identity and sets a tone.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. Flush to his right. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Newton on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And to the tight end Olsen, right side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards on the play.
Go.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you out front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Newton takes it himself. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Cam Newton with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. Gano the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Gano out to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early. Probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Here's Stafford now on second down.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Here's Blunt. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. The left side completion to Jones. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now a handoff. Johnson. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
On first down, it's Stafford. He's going to go for a big play downfield, and it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Ford Field after this. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. Here's Stafford. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there at 22. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Stafford on first down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 10 more there and another first down.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On 2nd down, Johnson. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
They'll run it with Johnson, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
Escaping the pressure right. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions. Matthew Stafford, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Lions able to get this back within a touchdown. Prater for the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay. Yeah. I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
On first down, Newton flushed out right, and that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. The former Pro Bowler Glover Quinn there making the play. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. On 2nd and 10, Newton flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The 2017 All-Pro Darius Slay there in coverage, knocking it away. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, here's Newton. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So we come upon halftime intermission here with the visiting Panthers taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, that's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 27. Newton to throw. Eluding the pressure right. That's caught right side by Anderson. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. On first down, it's Newton. And this one is incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Newton. Dancing to his left. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
Oh, my Cam. There's times when I'm not analyzing up here. I'm just appreciating. Led NFL quarterbacks in rushing last year. He is truly the ultimate weapon at that position.
Newton looking to throw on 3rd and 1. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Well, there's a reason he's called Riverboat Ron. Rivera going to lead the offense out on 4th down. A shotgun snap for Newton. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Set, 180.
They go play action here on 1st down. He'll buy some time right. He goes full extension, and he's got it. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook, and a great grab on the other end. Back to throw, Stafford. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. He'll run it here with one. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Tackle made there by Mike Adams, a strong safety.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Here's Stafford. Out to the flat for Reddick. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
A 1st down carry here for Johnson. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
They go to Johnson again. Johnson with a burst, a 1st down and more. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Prater on to add the extra point. Extra point good by Prater. And we are tied at 14. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 21.
20.
Out of the gun, Newton. Under pressure, and they got to him again.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. To throw is Newton. He shakes it off. And the pressure gets to him again.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. From the gun, Newton. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And got his man complete. That one will go down as 33 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
Well, they just treated 3rd and long as simply an opportunity to make an even bigger play. Normally, you're just trying to pick up the first down and you know where the sticks are. They took this thing way downfield. Confidence in the receivers to go up and make a play, even with defenders around them.
They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front, completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
McCaffrey on the counter. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down is Newton. Caught left side by Funchess. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun. Newton, he can run for it, and he will. And avoids the contact by sliding. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first.
These type of plays are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big first down, and sets up 1st and goal inside the 10.
They'll give it to him up the middle. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Here's Newton now on 2nd down. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? They come out here in the eye. Here is Anderson on 3rd and goal. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. C.J. Anderson with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Panthers have broken our tie as they take the lead. Gano for the extra point. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead is now 21-14. Gano out to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. Past the 20. Touchdown, Detroit. T.J. Jones with what they'll score a 106-yard return. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Now Prater to add the PAT. Prater for the extra point, and we are tied at 21. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Now a 1st down throw for Newton. And caught left side, Olsen. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Back to the air, Newton on second down. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. The Panthers on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Newton throwing again. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. They snap it to Newton. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Lions will take over. Boy, an incredibly aggressive move to go for it there. Game tied 4th quarter. You got to be surprised.
I am, and I know that we're in a new era of football where we look at the analytics sometimes, and a lot of time the analytics tell you to go for it, right? But do the analytics take into account game situation, where we are, all those things? In this situation, I thought it was an incredibly aggressive play.
It didn't work out, and again, tie game 4th quarter makes this thing a little bit more interesting. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Throw left side complete. That's Jones. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
They'll try to run it in. Johnson. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And that will break our tie and give them a 3-point lead. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls...
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Nevin Lawson with a pick. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. On 2nd down, here's Stafford. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. K1 Short in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Set. 180.
Stafford now to throw. The left side completion to Jones. Whoosh. The 20. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Marvin Jones, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Lions take advantage of the turnover to put up 6. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. They do tack on the extra point as well, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Now Newton. Caught out left side by Robinson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. Here's Newton fighting through pressure, but now he's swallowed up and taken down. The Panthers got to go quickly. They're moving with a sense of urgency right now.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And Olsen over the middle. That one goes for 24 yards. First down now, but that clock rolling.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll make it second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Here's Newton. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. And incomplete there. A nice hit, jars the ball free, and brings up third down. The Panthers on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Newton to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Newton will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 6 of 7 now on this drive. Now it's Newton. Flushed out right. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. So look at this. They'll go for a field goal now to get within a score. This to get it back to a 1-score game. And the kick here will be good, but that doesn't do anything besides maybe make the final score a tiny bit more palatable, as that's how this one comes to an end. Well, no doubt an electrifying finish to have it down inside the 10-yard line. That final shot, though, they couldn't get it in the end zone, and that's all she wrote.
And they had the final shot. The last snap taken that close to the end zone. They don't get it in, so they'll regret that. But flip it over, making a stand in that portion of the field, congratulations to them.
So for the Lions, it's a win that might keep them alive in the playoff race as they're back to 500 at 5-5. And now they'll have the short week ahead as they'll host their annual Thanksgiving Day game on Thursday. Meanwhile, for Carolina, add another loss to the pile as they drop to 2-8 now on the year. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Seattle Seahawks. And for Charles Crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the